Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I wanted to go over something that we installed in the 6.0 what, a year, 2 years ago, something like that. I guess about a year and a half ago. And I will say is some pros to it, some cons to it, but that would be my toolbox. So again, as y'all know, we installed this thing yeah, probably about a year and a half ago. So we also have a bed cover on here now, but I will say with the toolbox, it's been more of a pain to deal with than it has helped. So let's go ahead, we'll unroll the cover here and we will take a look and go over a couple things. All right, so as y'all can see, we have this undermount toolbox. It's not mounted, just got this strap holding it in. But I will say this thing is kind of nice from time to time with putting stuff in here that you don't necessarily want floating around, and one of which will be this Hot Shot Secrets stuff. So that stuff leaks, and I can smell it right now. Another thing, you know, be chains and stuff like that that you don't want floating around in your back seat. Let's unlock this. But I will say that I find myself with regular straps chunking them back here behind my seat because, well, for one, I don't want to unroll my cover every time I just need a strap or, you know, whatever. So it's kind of a interesting situation, I guess. So, oh, and also, if you're wondering what that Bud Light can's about, I found that at a campsite. Picked it up, threw it back here. That way it's not just hanging out in a campsite. Try to do that when we find trash at places like that. No, I do not drink at all, but felt like I should say that. And we kept it in here because we're going to try to powder coat it and use those stuff like that for samples. But anyway, again, kind of back to that whole deal is with the bed cover. Now, this is not really the toolbox's fault. Kind of is, kind of ain't. But it's kind of annoying to roll the cover up, again, for one little strap, or say if you're getting a car or whatever, you know, have to unroll straps and everything else. So it is nice to get stuff out of the cab of the truck and put in here, but at the same time it's also kind of a pain again. So another thing is this truck has a 6 3/4 foot truck bed. Another thing this toolbox is nice for is housing the greasy ball. It's in there too somewhere. It's nice to not have that kicking around in the truck either. But anyway, like I was saying, this truck has a 6 3/4 foot truck bed. This is the short bed for the Super Duties. You could also get an 8-foot bed, but this truck does not have said 8-foot bed. So with the 6 3/4, having that toolbox is kind of a inhibitor, I guess is the word for that. If you're going to put something back here, 9 times out of 10, the toolbox is in the way. With the cover, when you roll the cover all the way up, it's out of the way. It's not a big deal, whatever. But the toolbox, on the other hand, is is kind of in the way. You know, like trailer axles. I just made the video about the trailer. And if you put said trailer axles back here without the box, you could probably put them all the way in here, shut the tailgate, close the cover, and be good to go. With the box in here, you can't do that. Or, you know, just whatever. The box is kind of in the way. It takes up a bit of bed space, you know, whatever. I knew that when I put it in here, but again, you know, it's kind of over time, I've kind of learned that it's more of a pain than it helps. So that's part of the reason why I'm probably going to take this box out. You know, whatever. It also, on this particular box, doesn't have shocks, and the latches don't work. So without the cover, if the cover's up, we've had it before go down the interstate, look back, and the lid is just flopping in the breeze. So it's it's not the best thing in the world. And then, you know, it doesn't hold itself up, so you got to hold it up while getting whatever you're going to get out of it, or it just falls. So I mean, again, it's kind of a hindrance. I mean, if you see how much space it takes up, that's probably a third of the bed if I had to guess. So that's kind of a pain, especially for hauling four-wheelers and stuff, that they'd have to hang out on the tailgate, which is not, in my opinion, it's not the best thing. But another thing, other than just taking up bed space, is it also takes up my tie downs. So if we come in here and look, there's a tie down up there that you can no longer access, because I mean, I can just barely fit my hand in here, and then it won't fit sideways. So what we have to do is use this strap here and anchor stuff to it, and it's not exactly the most effective way to do that, I guess. So that's kind of another hindrance there with the box. And then, you know, roll the cover back out, forgetting your one strap, and dealing with it. Now, I don't mind the cover. You know, it doesn't take but no time at all to unroll it and then roll it back up and then pop it to get everything where it needs to be and latch it. You know, I mean, it's not that big a deal. But I mean, again, if you're just getting one little ratchet strap or that fuel treatment, it's kind of a pain. So again, what I find myself doing a lot of time is just putting straps back here. Same thing with this Hot Shot Secret stuff. I put it in a bag. It doesn't smell the best. Don't really want that just kicking around. But what I can do for stuff like these little straps is undo this, and I can fold this seat down like so, and I can put stuff in, this little box right here. I think this is where the spare tire stuff goes. Common 6.0 thing is for them to not have the spare tire tooling, and this truck is no exception. But you can put stuff back there. It's easier to get to. But there's another thing I've been kind of looking at getting, is some swing cases. So if you've never seen a swing case, what they are is, I'll show y'all, get done dealing with this seatbelt. And if you're wondering what I'm doing here, running with the windows down, this seatbelt sits back here and just flaps and flaps, which is real annoying. So that's why I always tie it up back here. But anyway, what a swing case does is they go and they attach inside the bed behind your wheel wells. So they would attach here and here, right here, and then they don't take up any more room than your wheel well does. And then there's a little latch, pop the latch and it swings out to you. Then you can access all of your stuff without even popping the bed cover. So I think what I'm going to do at some point is invest in a couple of them swing cases for this truck, because I mean, again, it's always nice to have a little more ease of access to different things that you may use every single day, or you might not use them for 6 months, but if you need them, they're there, type of deal. So I mean, another thing versus the toolbox is, but anyways, like I was saying before, homie here in that airplane, I don't even know if y'all can see him over there, but anyway, before he comes zooming over, another con with the toolbox is, unless something is at the very outside of the box and you have long arms, you got to get in the back of the truck to get something. So the swing cases are at the back of the bed, you know, you pop them, there they are. You don't have to get in the truck bed to access, you know, whatever it is you need to access. You know, stuff like, again, that Hot Shot Secrets that I run in this truck. I mean, you don't want to have to undo the cover, get in the back of the truck just to grab that little bottle, and then after you're done filling up, you put it back in here, undo everything else and all that stuff. Again, not the most convenient, especially with the bed cover. But without the bed cover, you still have to get in the back of the truck to access whatever it is you need to access. And a lot of these complaints are pre-bed cover and post-bed cover. The bed cover just makes it a little more difficult. But the bed cover is definitely worth having. A little more ease of mind knowing you can throw stuff back there, it's not going to fly out. You can throw stuff back there, it's not going to get soaked if it rains or whatever. So the bed cover is real nice to have, and you know, a little better fuel mileage. You don't have to worry about somebody just walking by and grabbing something out of the bed of your truck or whatever. So it's kind of nice, in my opinion. But again, a lot of the stuff with the box is with the bed cover and without the bed cover. It's just kind of a pain. So I think at some point I'm gonna get a set of those swing cases, throw back in here. If I can find some on Marketplace, that'd be a plus. You know, because it's not really a wear item unless you bash something into it and bust it. But anyway, I think that's going to be our solution for that. So if you're thinking about getting a truck toolbox, you might ought to think about that. I've seen the deck systems. Funny enough, I actually talked to the people at Decked about getting a system for the white truck, but never did it. So I don't think I'd ever use it enough in that truck to justify, you know, $1,500 or whatever it is they are nowadays. So it's kind of the thing with that truck. But with this truck, and I talked to them about this, and they're not really willing to make any different models to company, I guess, a gooseneck. So this truck has a gooseneck. Kind of the main reason I bought the thing is to tow that gooseneck trailer when it's finished. So, I mean, with a deck system, they don't make them to accommodate a gooseneck. So that's the issue with that for me. And then the same thing with like rat packs and stuff like that, is they don't accommodate the gooseneck. So I need something that will accommodate the gooseneck, and I think again that's where the swing cases would come in. So I might have to move my trailer wiring, but that's not a big deal because the plug don't work anyway. So I have a new one, but if we have to move it, it's not that big a deal. We can do that when we install the new one, when the trailer's finished. So, I mean, that's kind of all the things to think about with different item storage, whether it be tools, straps, chains, or, you know, even stuff like fuel additives and, or heck, even like drinks. You know, I mean, if you're going on a road trip and you want to carry a case of water or something like that with you, you know, you could throw it in your toolbox and it kicking around in the bed or whatever. Swing cases aren't big enough to throw a whole case of water in. You'd have to take the water out and, you know, place them in there, but whatever. You get the idea. The versatility, I guess. And that's what we're going for with this truck, because again, this is like the work truck. Again, that's why I bought it. Daily driver, work truck. It's a pretty nice work truck, but I mean, again, it is the work truck. I'm trying to make this thing as nice as possible, but at the same time as usable as possible. You know, this truck, my idea for this truck was go anywhere, do anything, whatever you need to do, you can do it. And I don't know if we're going to quite go with the off-road bumpers and winch and all this other stuff, but still want to make this truck super nice and again versatile. So there's a couple things for y'all to think about if you're considering buying some sort of a box. So let me know, do y'all have any other solutions? If so, drop a comment down below. Again, let me know what do y'all have in your truck and why, and I'd love to see some of y'all's answers. But anyway, guys, that's probably going to be a wrap for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope everybody has a great day.